Not ISTP. I'm sorry. Your type is way cooler.
I thought he was an ISTP.
For a little bit, I did. You do slightly looks like some of the guys.
I thought he looked like an ISTP.
He did.
And
He does.
TI as well. And introverted.
What?
He's introverted.
Technically.
I'm only talking technically. What am I talking? Bullshit? I just ate peanut butter. I think we started a little too early. I got
Why? Okay.
I got like 5 minutes of peanut butter in my teeth right now. It's gonna take a while. I hope he's not in a hurry. Got a new water bottle.
If you're gonna get a snack between, like,
It's the worst snack to have between.
I know, like,
But-
find something else.
I should. I haven't, but I should.
How about like spinach, maybe?
No.
Hello, Jacob. How are you today? We're idiots.
Yeah.
Okay, so first, man.
Great job typing yourself an INTP or ISTP. By the way, also too, the socionic things that you said about
Are
your
still
relationship
legit.
and your girlfriend. Yes, I think that's still legit.
I think it's still legit.
I think I do know enough about what you're talking about with the socionics and the relationships that we're finding what they're saying as well.
Yeah.
And we're also finding that it doesn't quite as matter as much about the type. It seems to be more like the
Concept is right.
the archetype that people are playing.
Yeah.
So like you're playing the so-and-so archetype, she's playing the other, and
Yeah.
maybe your type is this type or whatever, but I think the dynamic of what you're seeing is very real.
Yeah, I agree.
So she may be an ESFJ or she may be an ISFJ or
Or
something
she
else.
may be a ESFP.
Who cares? But like I think what you're seeing in reality with you and her and what you're seeing in the socionics, I would stick with that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I think because I think you'd get a lot
I
of
wouldn't throw it out. Is basically
No,
what
I
we're
think
saying.
because what you were saying and what you're seeing, I think you'll get a lot of value out of those observations.
Yeah.
Not to quote your savior functions, but yeah.
Not to give you some NF here.
Yeah. Would you stop at that? I'll put some peanut butter in your eye.
Oh my God. Okay, so first things up, not a decider. You
No.
are way too cool with the tribe. Sure, you had some, sadness about a girlfriend in high school, college thing, whatever. You're way too easygoing with humans. They're humans. They're things.
Yeah. So the ISTP TI is going to be dominant, over weird on being too self above tribe.
Too weird.
And
about
I saw
tribe.
that you were pretty balanced and erring on the side of tribe above self.
Didn't see that come in.
Yeah, you were much more kind of caring about the opinions of others a little bit more than yourself. Your parents.
Your parents decided what you did for a living, and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Or your girlfriend,
kind
does-
of pushing you a little bit, and you're like, okay, I move for you. Could you move for me?
Right.
You're moving. You're moving for the tribe.
Right.
And I would say you're moving for the tribe on top of moving for the tribe on top of moving for the tribe. You're super movable for the sake of others.
So it starts moving you away from lead TI land real quick.
Yeah.
Because those guys are not movable for the tribe.
Yeah.
In the same regard that we're seeing you. Just got to disclaimer everything.
Yeah, disclaimer.
Yeah.
In context with relativity and anecdotal and oh my God.
Yeah.
So, no, not this, but this. The struggle that I was seeing, the consistent thing was like having to deal with the rules and regulations of some kind of control system.
When he first turned on his video, I thought he was randomly I thought he was an ISTP. I thought he looked like an ISTP.
Yeah, he does.
But then like we've watched so many of these damn videos that like he wasn't starting up the usual lead TI
it wasn't
conversation.
an ST. It was not an ST report, even
No.
though you're like ST report.
It was
I'm like
an EP report of he's setting up all of this control chaos type of
Yeah.
issue. He's setting up all the environment of the things and the organizing and the plans and the people and the this and the that, kind of just setting up the play. I'm like, this is kind of interesting.
worried about it being boring, worried about being bored, worrying about how I wanted to do this plan, but I couldn't do that plan, and I wanted to follow the regulations, and I was nervous about the regulations. Anyways, I'm getting married, but what I'm worried
Right.
about is the visa thing. And
And the people issues are inside that larger play.
They fit inside the box of the thing game. Yeah, I have my fiance and she's inside this box, and my friends they're inside this box.
It's really weird to see. It'd be hard to see it in yourself, but like when you see it at scale.
Right. When you're staring at the wall of humans in the Matrix bubbles, you're like, oh, okay. Compared to that Matrix bubble over there, you're kind of cool and calm with people, you know.
Right, compared to the other 50%.
That other Matrix bubble.
Right.
So I got Savior this.
So did I.
And definitely doubling down on way too normal about you and people.
I saw the same thing.
But here we go. Here's where it gets fun and interesting, which is probably why you saw this in yourself. He was mentioning TI and NI.
Really? Mm-hmm. Bastard.
Right. God damn it. That right there. Love new information. You love new information.
But he's still an introvert in our system.
You are.
You're still absolutely introverted,
yes.
Dominant.
You do have, let's just skip to the bottom here. You have both sleep and consume. And I would say you would be much more aware of this one because
we did a class on him.
We did do a class on you.
Yeah.
We have a class on your exact type.
Yeah.
And we had a intern that is your exact type.
Yeah, kid come over here and work here. That's the same type as you, yeah.
Which is like the whole time I was watching him, I'm like, oh my God, Pete does that.
Yeah.
He kept doing this little thing where he'd go, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little.
Yeah.
It's like, that's so
the guy,
weird.
Pete that came over, he's 19, same age as you.
He makes the little noises like that.
Kind of the same place in life, too.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so, yes, you have sleep. You're very aware of sleep.
Yeah.
But your lead play, and I have a feeling you're like, what's play? You know? What's play? The thing, like, if you go back and watch your video again, watch how many times you talk about the idea of going out and doing whatever me and my friends all want to do. Like, that is your dominant animal priority.
Freedom and doing it with other people.
That's it.
Yeah.
The freedom of hanging out with friends. I'm movable. Whenever my friends want to hang out, I go and I hang out with them. Now, I won't plan anything. I won't organize and then go beat the tribe about it.
Yeah, he even talked about that. He's like, yeah, I don't really organize or plan. I just wait for opportunities to come to me.
That's what this is. Absolutely. Like reactionary, very reactionary. Friend calls, I go do. New thing, hang out with buddies.
As well as feminine, extroverted decider there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he was seeing that too.
Yeah. Yeah, he was.
Yeah. So have these two, but it's Savior. Let's just do one. And then, well, let's do Savior. So Savior 1, Savior 2, you definitely have consume.
Right.
That was very evident.
And then sleep is like the hobby one. So that's the one that most people are seeing. Is kind of their third one.
People are very aware of that third one because it comes at a like, oh, thank you so much.
Right.
Because you exhausted yourself and then you crash.
So you got the play, consume, sleep. So you're any one of these.
You're the same animal as me.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And so you could be
even though we have opposite.
Yeah, you can be an EJ or an EP. Now you're not weird with the tribe compared to the EJs and IPs that are far more weird than the tribe.
No.
As much as you may be weird with the tribe, you're not like EJ or IP weird with the tribe.
You're thing weird. You're not thing weird. You're not people weird.
So one of these guys right in here.
Yeah.
And then you also were saying, like, I love this. Like
I know. I like when people type themselves.
It's like, yeah, I'm sensory. It's like,
I am definitely giving you an ST report. I'm like, you at one point even directly say, I'm doing a horrible job explaining. And I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
That's what the ST is good at doing. The ST is like, here are all the facts. Here are the reasons. Here are all the facts. And like, that's all they can do.
So if everybody
explain things.
If everybody types themselves upside down, because that's just the way the human brain is, right?
Then what type are you?
You see a picture or a video or an audio of you, like go back and watch your own video, and you do what? You'll go, oh my god, I look like that. Oh my god, I talk like that, right? Like our brains are just wired weird. Everybody's like that. So if you're seeing yourself as ST, everybody does it backwards, then therefore, What the outside world is seeing is NF. I don't know what you're seeing, but I'm seeing NF.
I don't know what you're seeing, but I was seeing NF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe if I look at you upside down through a mirror, I'll see ST.
There you go.
Yeah.
But still has TI.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that was pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, by the way, it is double activated.
Yeah. So you should, like, from your perspective, you should, because you're trying to, like, look at
Yeah.
yourself like this. You're trying
Right.
to see your face from your eyes, trying to look,
Yeah, that's
So
what
you
it is. You're like,
should-
I see the tip of my nose.
Yeah. So you should, which is the tip of your nose is ST. You should see ST. But, like,
Right.
standing back, looking at yourself in context of other people,
Yeah.
what the outside world is seeing, no, this is somebody that's valuing stuff in the abstract world.
Yeah.
Constantly caring about what is your family like, your friends like, what are these people like, what are they like, what are they like? And
Very aware of the
Right.
the feeling state, the value state.
very aware of what other people value, like, or don't like.
My family is religious. I'm religious. My friends felt this way. I felt this way
Mm-hmm.
too. My friend that I shared that he was the wrong type as he thought he was. And what did you talk about? His emotional reaction. Like, you're very constantly.
But that's the savior state, so you're not going to be noticing that because it's
Yeah.
automatic.
Right.
You'll notice when you switch over and go, this was kind of hard when I had to do this sensory and thinking, and I'm pretty good at it. That must be my savior.
Right.
And that's the
You're
trick.
supposed to.
That's the trick.
Pretty normal. But yeah, you have well, so let's just get on with it. Like lead NE. So your struggles are with that SI. It's like it was all the prerequisites. Oh my gosh, the prerequisites. I have to deal with this whole system of control thing. All those prerequisites are stressful, hard to manage and deal
Doing the
with. and
paperwork, doing routine.
visa, the
Yeah.
same repetitive. But if you need to learn something, you just, what do? You take the test, you look at it and you're like, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay, I envy that about NE. When the NEs are like, I gotta learn something, I get the general idea.
Right.
Whoosh. I'm like,
Filling out visa paperwork would be an example of one of the most crazy things that you'd have to
yeah,
do.
you'd rather pull out your eyebrows or
Stuff like
something.
that.
Yeah.
Stuff like that's where he's gonna have the real hard time.
Yeah.
That control in the sensory.
Yeah.
And then just get this one down.
Yeah.
Um,
Learning.
and
The
then-
play consume. Learning from people is going to be your dominant function, and then secondary is learning and taking in what you're
Right.
interested in.
So it's EP with the side of EJ because
Yeah.
you're gathering, but then you're also caring about the tribe.
You are the one that is movable for your fiance.
She sounds like, because everybody's got to do their
she
opposite,
does
right?
sound introverted decider.
Yeah. Yeah. So she's possibly an IJ or a controlling IJ.
Maybe, maybe not.
Or-
She definitely sounds like she is the introverted decider.
Right. Right. Or at least plays the role of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Where it's her point of view is pushing things around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she might be more on the masculine side.
Probably.
Because taking down to the bottom here,
I got him as extrovert decider, feminine FE, and then hard to prove like it always is on these little stupid videos. But like, what did you get? Did you get?
I got double feminine.
Yeah. Okay. And so the sensory was double feminine.
Yeah. It was the way that he was communicating the like. The tribe, when the tribe does this, I do this, and plus it was like movable on top of movable on top
Yeah.
of movable.
Yeah.
So
Sure. I didn't see any modality cross check. I couldn't tell if he was audio or visual
yeah,
or anything like that.
I
but-
didn't see any modality
Yeah.
cross check. I was just like more on the feminine side. Plus it was very very like the tribe moves me
Right.
is what I was getting.
Not even standing on the sensory.
No.
Won't even fight on the sensory.
That's what I was seeing.
Yeah.
The tribe moves me.
Yeah, well, we got him as the exact same type.
Yeah.
Which is the
Out
guy
of
that comes over.
512.
Yeah.
And you know we do know
Not that we don't flat out guess on some of these parts.
that
what
one
we're
is
saying.
a guess. Sure.
So we might have guessed the same, and sometimes we guess wrong.
Right. Right.
But other than that, very solid. I saw everything else. Saw all these parts up here.
Yeah.
Saw all that, and then that would be.
I absolutely
that
like
was the only one I'm like, I don't really see it. I'm gonna
1,000% EP. So
Mm-hmm.
that one was hands down. Like I doubt ever that I would ever go back on EP because there's so many cross checks that were there.
Yeah.
Secondary, I would say 1,000% lead any.
Yeah.
You have N. You are communicating understanding. not the what, the meaning behind.
That's right. After we were done typing it, we stopped and talked about that the N is wanting people to understand what they're going through and what they're doing and what they're meaning.
You want to literally, like you said it in one line. I love it when people say their functions in one line because it just makes me laugh every time. I want to understand her behavior. I want to understand. I want to take all the patterns and I want to own the connections. Someone else's pattern of behavior. So you're using that system of the socionics, I think. You're using that as a connector, pattern understander to be able to gather in and take in how you and your partner feel together, how you connect, what is your tribe dynamic. Those three there are your exact same type.
One thing we're seeing with these damn ENTPs, where's the other ones, is, and this is the case for Jacob here, is this I don't know what else to say, but like this good-looking, like because a lot
it looks SE,
a lot of ENTPs look like this,
right? Where they're like
wacky goofballs, right? Wacky ass goofballs,
right? But then you have this like SE looking one,
SE looking ENTPs, and they show up in the audio version too, or the NETI. But this guy here looks like
Brandon looks so good looking.
Looks like an ESFP or something.
Yeah, right.
He doesn't have the NE goofball.
Right,
look.
that guy looks SE. Eli Roth.
I know. He does. There's a couple more too.
And then Zachary.
We met this guy in person.
He's so cool.
Yeah, he's a really good, and goofy looking.
Right. Looks like an ENTP.
Goofy looking /
That's
good
my
looking.
brother.
Yeah.
No, Brandon's totally good looking.
Oh, sure, of course. Goofy looking. SE looking. SE looking. Goofy look. This guy looks like an INTP.
He does look like that. Looks like an INTP.
Yeah.
Looks like.
Very small.
That one took me a while to figure out that was an observer.
He looks so much like an INTP.
He looks like Tim Cook.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Weird. He would be a guy worth going back over again because we don't have an asterisk on him anyways.
Yeah, true.
Where the hell am I here?
YouTube favorites.
And that's what I there's my work for the day.
Yeah. Done. ...
Yeah.
Let's go.
Save something for tomorrow.
Yeah.
So same thing with
Anyways,
Jacob.
yeah,
Jacob had kind of the good-looking SE look.
He does, and so does Pete.
Yes.
Pete was hard for us to type. Our intern.
He looks like Brandon Roth. He's kind of a model-looking, good looking. Could be a what do you call him? Just
an actor. There, done.
Yeah.
Don't overcomplicate.
Or like the magazines are like, this guy's wearing a stupid shirt that I'd never buy. Like
a clothing model.
Oh, it's Pete. Yeah, like a clothing model.
Oh my god. Yeah, one of those. Anyways, point is, you can't always go off of looks like, because both Dave and I, when we watched your videos, we both were like, oh yeah, at first I thought he was ISTP.
Yeah, then when he said he was ISTP, I was like, oh shit, it's gonna be hard to. Hard, if he's not, then it's gonna be hard to like. Looks like, and he says he is. So
okay.
It's just like.
I'll admit, actually, the very first time because I have to check the videos when people send them in. I watched them the very first time. I went, oh my god, it's Pete.
Oh yeah.
But then when I actually legit went to type you, I was like, oh, he does kind of look like an ISTP. But then as I started listening, I was like, nope, EP.
It's always scary because I'm like, okay, I thought he was an ISTP, and then I'm figuring
then they think that they're an ISTP.
I'm like, is there any way my partner is going to figure out or to not fall for that?
Right.
And I know that's what you'd be thinking.
And I started seeing that he was actually TI when he would refer to reasons. It was built on his personal truth, and I was like, okay, so there's personal truth. That's the mindset. The TI game seems to be playing that game. Okay, and then when he would speak about values, it's like my family, these people, we all value. I'm like,
right.
Okay, so you do have those functions, but like, just like. When you see the double deciders, it's like they talk from perspectives of the tribe. They don't have single world going on.
So one thing we're consistently seeing with your type is the extreme introvertism, the extreme quiet, especially with this guy here.
Yeah.
As well as like the very movable of kind of just like, I'll hang out and I'll wait for some opportunity to sweep me up off my feet.
Yep,
which probably is not going to work out for you in life. You're going to have to start working on some balancing of getting the blast going,
Yeah.
getting some masculine, start punching people in the face.
Right.
That'll get shit going.
Right.
This guy here, he's double. Is he double? Yeah, he's double feminine, and
Yeah.
he's been a motivational guy that we listen
So
to.
great.
And as much as he is feminine and non-pushy, he's really learned to, hey, if you want something, you got to knock the door down. And this has
Yeah.
been something that he's had to learn to develop himself.
Right.
He's turned into a power lifter and a bodybuilder, so a very masculine role. This guy's
Right.
also, Navy SEAL, very masculine. And so they've had to kind of learn to take on, fuck
The
this,
punchier
wait around
role.
for stuff. I got to punch and get moving and force things to happen sometimes. Because the double feminine is going to be exactly what you're experiencing. It's just, I'll sit around, I'll wait, I'll let it come to me. And then it's, I would give the exact opposite advice to like IJs or double masculine. Like, hey, why don't you sit around and wait for opportunity to come to you once in a while?
Yeah,
right?
stop being so pushy
Right.
and shovey.
So it's not that doesn't work. It's
It's
just like,
there's a balance that needs
Right.
to be happening for everyone.
Right.
So if you're movable, on top of waiting for the opportunity, on top of never wanting to shove on anything, then that comes at a cost, that comes at a price, because technically your TI does want things.
Right.
And you're sitting there on top of, I want to do it my way. I want to do it this way. And you're obligated to go along with the tribe. You're obligated to care for the values of the tribe first. But what ends up happening is you get stuck in a situation, like you mentioned, and you're going to school for something that you aren't willing to push through blocks on. I'm not willing to shove through this because I didn't really want it anyways,
Yeah.
So it's not, you could tell your FE this, it doesn't actually help the tribe
Right.
in the long run.
Right.
Because if you have something that you desire and you're kind of holding on to it masculinely, that eventually comes through. And so you can end up caring about the feelings of your parents and your fiance more by starting to stand on your ground, by starting to be a little bit more non-movable in those areas. So
but great group of guys.
I know.
And girls.
It's a really great crew there.
Yeah, so hopefully you get a lot of value and benefit from kind of researching these guys and seeing how they're overcoming these challenges, what they're doing, how they're doing it. Yeah. You should be embarrassed because you're like, oh my God, I do some of that. But then also encouraged of like, oh wow, this is how they're overcoming this.
Right.
It's just been a powerful tool for us to kind of see that.
Right.
Like Jack Ma is the same type as me, and he's like, as funny looking as that guy is. Like,
he's so cool.
I love that guy, and
Right.
I feel very inspired and very happy to be my type because there's all these other doofuses
okay, you
that are
did
the same
that?
type as me. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed.
Like, go watch this guy. He's freaking amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's great to have a hero in your doc of like, I'm proud to be me. I want to be
Yeah.
like this guy
Right, totally.
who is me.
Right.
Right. I want to live up to that.
Right. And so, like, let's go over to, we'll go over your parts. And
Let's
then
go over the SI. Let's go nice and slow.
SI time. Here we go. Let's give him his sleep energy back.
Yeah.
You'll take a nap after this. You'll need to process. All right. So, yep, you got Savior 1 there. Skip that one. Savior 2. And that gives you the lead play. What is
Yeah.
lead play? That is just freedom, hanging out with buddies. It's
Sure.
it's
That's the term.
I know. It's taking information from the tribe. So it's listening and learning and listening and learning and listening and learning. So you're like wanting validation and to be cared about and then to care about others and then also connecting. It's understanding the behavior of your friends. I mean, that way that you describe it was like perfectly.
It's also
beautifully
when
understood.
you're in your high energy state. That's going to be your play.
Yeah.
That high energy state.
Let's go do
It's
something.
going to be like what we see with your type is like consume, sleep, so, totally quiet, preserved, very introverted. And then when the play comes out, which is randomly the first savior, it's this extreme extroverted. And then goes back to this steady, like consume, sleep.
Very calm energy.
Yeah.
One thing you're communicating about is how you can do everything that the other nurses do. Go count how many
that's
times.
right.
Go count how many times you say the word "do."
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, lead play. Like I
Right.
can do what they can do. I can do what they can do.
I
I can do what
know.
they can do. I can do it. You can see, like they legitimately are caring about the ability to do, to expend.
Right.
And that's something that matters.
And of course, you could just figure out what they're doing and then do it real fast.
Right. I just watch what they're doing and I got it.
Yeah.
And
That would be what you're really good at.
I know. That's pretty stinking cool.
Yeah.
All right. Lead play. Sleep blast. And then that's
Which
just
is
the
the
order.
savior, man. Like being aware of like, hey, dude, you're really good at that. Like,
I know.
leverage that.
Leverage
You're
it.
really good at figuring out what other people are doing
I
and then being able to
know.
do it.
I would say,
yeah.
honestly, your functions are really freaking cool. The thing that you're gonna need to work on is to be more aggressive, more shovey, and start putting what you want in place.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just a leaf in the wind. Because
Yeah.
N and F and then double feminine
Oh,
and then
God.
NE and FE, you're just a leaf in the wind. You know,
Yeah.
you would be just tossed, you know?
Yeah.
So you've got to get some sort of
You got
solid
that
grounding.
TI right there.
Masculine, you can use that. You can
You can
leverage
be
that.
quite an asshole with masculine TI.
There you go. There you go.
Like, be an ISTP.
I know.
Like, they'll show you how to do it.
There you go. It could be a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah.
All right, so you get that one for free, and then you get this one second, which is actually great. So what's great about that is it does activate your identity function here. So you would be aware of this. You'd want to put some time into this and understand it. It would be harder, but you could still do it. And then you skip blast and go all the way down here and activate sleep. So it's going to be a oh my god amount of not wanting to organize and control, and then
Right.
blast the tribe.
Just to cause some chaos there, just listening to my own blast bullshit, I think ISTPs would be a great reference point for him because it would be like how to be a
Yeah.
shovey asshole and tell
And
the
then
tribe
the sensory.
tell the tribe to go to hell.
Get some more masculine though,
Yeah.
like Mike Rowe.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, here's one. So this guy find some
He's intense.
bodybuilding motivation videos on this guy. I'll put his type down in a second.
Yeah.
Or here. Sorry for the delay here, folks. But
It's
that
new information from the tribe. We're
but
okay
this
with
would it would be like it would be the other half, you know,
it. Oh, there you go.
right?
Or Titus.
He's kind of a dope. He's just kind of
Yeah, he's
just
not
a
as cool as this guy.
kind of a-
What the hell?
couple of Mike Rose for you.
2 rows of Mike Rowe.
Yeah, Mike Rose. Get it?
It's so cheesy.
It is.
Yes.
Oh, and then this guy's a freaking nut. God damn it! Don't jumble me up.
Chaos causer.
I'll let him. clean it up.
I'll figure it out in a minute here
Alright.
because we're gonna need to.
Oh, last one.
Oh shit! Here's some ISTPs.
Here you go.
And by the way, I would still say he looks more like the double feminine ISTPs if you were gonna say he looks like
I know.
anyone. So you don't technically look. You're gonna do it again. There you go.
And these guys are
Double masculines. That's who you would look at. Conor McGregor. He's
Yeah.
a chevy asshole.
yeah. There you go. You want ISTP, huh? Here you go.
Right.
Consume, play.
Sleep. Yeah.
As far as we can tell.
Yeah. He seems to.
And
have,
then this guy's the same.
he seems to have processing ability. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just move this over. What is this at?
We see a lot of these that like type themselves as INFJs. It's kind of funny.
Right. So these guys are the double masculine.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be nice and punchy. This guy is
Audio.
extroverted or feminine with the tribe, and then this guy is masculine
Masculine
with
with
the
a
tribe.
tribe, but feminine sensory. All
Yeah,
right, let me go and fix all your
I got it.
crazy bullshit.
All right. Just
Distribute.
Okay,
Yes.
great. Anyways, that would be kind of a good thing to look at of like, because we do the same thing of like when Connor was getting ready for his big fights, we would watch him like, how can I learn to be more confident and pushy where I need to? And
Yes.
same with Dorian Yates.
I
Like,
don't want to shove on sensory. I hate that, but I know that it's the right thing to do at the right time.
right, Dorian Yates, like he was Mr. Olympia. He's like, I had this drive and I had this system, and I would just go in this
Right.
dungeon in England and I would just do my job and I would eliminate everyone. I didn't care what they said. I wouldn't deal with the tribe, and like there was a time and place where that was the right thing to do, and it took him
Right.
really, really far. And
Right.
so I'm like,
it's going to feel so foreign, which is
Right.
why you kind of have to work up to it and download into your brain the people that do it naturally.
right, so you pick up these like, God, that would be the right tool for this situation. Now, obviously, for them, they have a hard time changing out of that
Yeah,
gear.
we would tell them to watch you.
Right.
You know, to get that more movable with the tribe,
Right,
to get
like-
a little bit softer, to not be such a blockhead ass. You
Right,
know?
who throws a chair through a bus window because he's
See,
mad.
causing problems
Right.
because of his imbalance on one way. So
the alphas,
it's just about balance.
The alphas can like change states. Like I need to be shovey when I'm shovey,
Yes.
calm when I'm calm, and have the ability to move throughout.
Adapt.
Like you see Donald Trump, he's just stuck on the same gear.
That's the problem with him, which is why everyone can see him so clearly.
Which sometimes that's the right gear to be in. If you're dealing with North Korea, it turns out punching people in the face worked out. Right? Got the guy to back down.
Right.
Everywhere else, it's not working out so well. So
Right.
it's like that's what we're learning is kind of hijacking. Use your NEFE to hijack
Yeah.
the skills.
The emotional state of others.
Yep.
Figure out their patterns and,
All right, that's all.
Let's give them some more SI.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Just
lead
want to give him a chaos break.
I know. We all loved being along for that ride. Okay, so you get one for any, one for every.
Keep going and have some more peanut butter.
Oh my god! I know, right? I know, right? Okay, and then another one for any, and then one for TI. There you go. And here's where it's interesting.
Yeah.
You get another for TI and one for SI, so you are doubling up, even though it's not a savior, on TI.
And it's masculine.
So yeah, that one would be hard to see. In fact, I got you all the way to the end, and it was like NEFE and then NETI, even though I knew all throughout you were just valuing the tribe, 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 and NF, so.
A lot of masculine energy right there at the top.
I know, right?
Yeah. The any masculine, it's like it
Channel changer.
yeah, you'll lock on patterns. You'll be like, no, this is what's going on. This is the way it is. You know, you'll probably see that in yourself, where once you're convinced of a pattern,
Oh yeah.
there's no moving you.
Right. It might be hard to convince him he's not a nice tippy.
Uh,
he might not be movable.
Very much so, because your TI, if your TI doesn't accept it as well.
Oh yeah, you're not going to listen to us.
Yeah, you're double masculine. Like, no.
He'll go along in the emails. He'll be like, "Thank you,"
Yeah.
and then be like, "I'm still an ISTP."
Thanks, guys. You gave me lots to consider. I really appreciate it. Happy
that's what
feelings.
he'll say.
And he'll go away like.
Pete did that. He took forever. Our intern took
I
like
stopped even telling him.
months before he accepted.
Did
that
he finally
was
accept it?
I don't know.
See, fuck that guy. Like I can't get his like. He'll go along, and then like 2 weeks later, he'll come out like talking totally opposite again.
I think he did eventually just go along because we were so convinced of what
I
type
know,
he
we
was.
started kicking his ass.
Because we're like, dude, like settle on it. You're not.
We'd be like at the top.
He
of
thought he was an ENFP.
like at the top of a ladder. Like here, I'm talking bad about Pete on the
I
video.
know.
Like, on top
We
of a
love
ladder,
you,
like
Pete, if you're watching.
changing like a ceiling fan. Or like, so do you really think I have like shut up? Just help me with the thing. Like,
Goddamn identity idiot.
but it's quite a whirlwind to start to see yourself and like
Yeah.
you can't. And then here's the other thing too. Like it's as much as we like laugh at him and make fun of him, it's like we're encouraging you and everyone else. Like you gotta make your own decisions on your identity. Now here's the tricky part. Like you can't see yourself clearly.
Yeah.
But you also can't let other people tell you who you are.
I know.
Right?
We're giving you conflicting advice here.
Yeah, exactly. So
Tell us, screw you.
Right.
And then also, you got to listen to us.
Yeah, we are just going to be two parts of outside triangulation.
That's it.
Right.
Yes.
And so you'll still talk with your friends and family and yourself. And also, honestly, man, like give stuff time to kind of settle. And then because it's not going to, nothing is going to be any good unless your identity is locked onto it.
Yep.
And it has to be accurate. That's when you get the double whammy. When you're
Yeah.
locked onto reality, now you're unstoppable, right?
Absolutely.
So.
And we are not controlling you.
Yes.
So if
Even though.
so you are allowed to do whatever you want with this information. The missing information that we had on you. You are in control and you are responsible.
Yeah. All right. So, what else?
I guess that would be it. And the blast last would be the last thing that I would mention.
Let's talk about that real quick.
Okay, so I know what that's like. First of all, processing energy is very important. Definitely want to go through that a lot. Process and go over known information. That's very important. But then the blast last, there's going to be a lot of things that are coming your way, and you got a fiance coming your way, so that's also a big one. Anytime that you can put in, we call it like putting a deposit away for something, because you have projects. One of the projects is getting your fiance over here, right?
Which I think is great, by the way.
It is great.
We got married young. We also got divorced, but that just like we see that like if you're in love and this is what you want to do, you do it.
Yeah.
You know, like you're gonna do it anyways, and like
I
you
think it's
go
great to
you go
move.
all in on your life, your love. You got somebody you love, you fight for it. That's what I
Right.
do with this one.
That's true.
And then also on the same side, like you own as your relationship goes into 5 years and 10 years, and if things go hard or bad or good, like you own all that too.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing to fear.
Right.
Life is very forgiving when you own it. So
That
like
is so true. Wow.
yeah.
Life is very forgiving when you own it.
So we're happy for you. Like
Yeah.
probably the only adults in your life saying, "Yeah, do it."
Go for it.
Yeah, good.
Do it. Well, and so like, how do you do it? Because that's still going to be a lot of SI that you're going to have to make it through. But I call it like a piggy bank or putting away deposit. Basically, you're putting away savings. The more you can put tiny little bits into the jar, because it's never going to happen all at once, and it won't happen without you moving and putting some steps in place. So the more that you can actually put in tiny little things to where you're just, okay, I'll sign up for the thing online. Okay, I'll just write my name down. I don't have to feel panicky. I'm just writing my name down on the thing. Or I'm just filling out this paperwork. Because the more it feels like a giant project that you'd never be able to own enough consume on it, enough information on it, it's going to panic you. So you can just tell yourself, I'm only printing out the papers that I have to
That
sign
kind of
today.
game.
In the cracks of time, because it's
10 minutes
never
at a
going to be,
time.
that's it.
10 minutes at a time.
Yeah. It's never going to be ideal. It will never be done before it's started. And that getting started game is what will really help you. Like, think about it like this. It's going to not be perfect, so therefore you're going to put out a really shitty first version. But you're okay with that because you're just practicing, because you know you got to get through version 2, 3, 4, 5 before you ever get the project done and solidified. So there's plenty of times that you can go through and just put little coins away because
Right.
you're just practicing, and I'm putting my savings account away, and therefore you eventually actually have it. Otherwise, you're sitting there doing nothing, waiting for that opportunity to happen to you.
A lot of times, too, what you can do with these functions here is you can do a hell of a lot of good research of figuring out NETI style, like how do people do project management, break things down, Tim Ferriss, 4-Hour Workweek, or E-Myth, or watching different businesses, or
Wow.
looking at Amazon, or looking at how other people are tackling. Like, why is Elon Musk not afraid? Like, what is he doing to
Right.
chop things down and break things up and to chip away little steps at a time? Because it's not the education or the knowledge. It's some kind of a mindset of like, oh, I can chip away at something that's really giant, and I have no idea how to fly a rocket to Mars, but I do know how to break projects up and chip away at them over time. Like
Right.
that's what we're really learning is the most important thing, because we weren't even.
You can't kill a monster that's this big.
Yeah, but you can.
But you can, break his toe.
Right.
You can go in and just flick them. It's like the more you can make it into tiny conquerable things, the more they're small steps.
That also allows
actually
you
win.
to fail a lot of times in a row. So, for
Right.
example, say you want to fill out visa paperwork. We've had some experience with this recently. So, like, say you're like, all right, I've been putting it off. Next weekend, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to face it, and I'm going to fill out the visa paperwork, and I'm going to get it done. There's a 100% chance you're going to spend all weekend and you're not going to be able to get it done.
Right.
Because you're going to have to redo it. It's wrong. There's forms you still got to get to fill out this form.
Right.
And so now you're set yourself up to fail on top of fail. And then when you fail, it just reinforces, oh my God, this is scary. So it gets harder next time.
Right.
What we've learned to do is like, I'm going to chop away at this tree and I have no idea when the tree's going to finally fall over. I'm going to go just throw 10 minutes at it. So I'm
Right.
going to do 10 minutes of research on the visa and then run away. And I'm going to do 20 minutes on it and run away. And then a lot of these run-ins, like, they're nothing but failure.
Yeah.
I went the wrong way. Oh, well, at least it was only 20 minutes. I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll
Right.
be back. And you keep
You
chopping.
didn't invest too much. Because
And
it's scary if you've just built all this play, consume, sleep, and then you finally go out to blast and then you fail.
Right.
Now you're like, I don't want to do
And
that
what'll
again.
happen is like we're actually working on some visa paperwork stuff. It's like I have no idea when that project will fall over and be done. All I know is that every Saturday I throw an hour at it, and that literally could
Little
last
bits in.
a couple of years or more. Could last months. I have no idea, and I'm not in control of that outcome anymore. I just come in and I chip away at it, and then I run away, and then eventually the projects start to fall.
Right. So you either do nothing and it never gets done, or it eventually gets done and you don't have that massive panic, study at the last minute feeling of the, play, consume, sleep. Like,
You just got to get yourself a routine to chip away at something. You know what I mean? Like, You got to be able to leverage some time when you're in the bathroom or whatever, where it's just like, all right, every day for 10 minutes, I'm going to just chip away at this.
Right.
Shawshank Redemption style.
There you go.
And eventually I'm going to spoon my way out of this wall.
There's the analogy.
Yeah, that's so much what we have found works, and we've gotten that from watching other people.
Yeah.
When you're tackling a giant monster and you need your fucking demons to take them down.
Yeah.
Because
And
NEFE.
you're going to need SITI
Yeah.
to take out Visa paperwork.
Yeah, running up with these happy functions ain't gonna knock it down. You need the bastards. You need the TISI to knock that thing down, right?
That
So
internal aggressive
yeah,
control world.
that's what we've really learned on how to do
Yeah.
that. Also, reference your buddy, which I'm sure you already know a lot about him, but like
Yeah.
he's helped us a lot, kind of
Yeah.
learn how to chop away at stuff. He's helped us learn to have the heart to chop away at stuff.
Right.
So just kind of getting these kind of insights, right? And then going, all right, let me watch these guys again. What are you doing?
How did you figure out how to manage your chaos brain?
It's very much like the Bible. You'll have a new insight, and then go watch this video one more time,
Right.
and you'll see something you didn't see before,
right.
and that'll be the missing information
Ha!
to your puzzle. Right?
Yeah. You got a good puzzle.
Yeah.
You just need that one little SI part. I was laughing at the end where he was talking about my whole, any connective thing would fall apart if this one SI was off.
Which-
Because he's talking about his socionics thing.
Oh, right.
And then he's
right,
like, oh, well.
right.
Like, just pull out ISTP and then put in ENTP.
Yeah, and then yeah,
And then everything else that was connected to that.
yeah. Great.
But it was so good getting to know you. I really thoroughly enjoyed. You know what I enjoyed? It was funny joking with him in the emails too. I mean, your video is great. Actually, your video is really great. But in the emails, I was like, it was at a time where people kept, like, I was like, oh my God, people stop typing yourselves upside down. And he was
Yeah.
like, I have a prediction. I'm like, I bet you do.
So you're fucking with them?
I was kicking his ass
Yeah.
because it was just like, you know what? I'm going to start turning up the asshole.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, if you didn't turn yourself upside down and backwards, I'd be amazed. If you were in the 2%, I'll give you a damn cookie. And he writes back, he's like, that cookie sounds good. I'm like,
There'll
I
be
now want a cookie.
Smashed up dried crumbs in an envelope that she probably FedExed to herself again. She didn't take the label off the old envelope.
I did that today. Oh my God.
Let's seriously start doing that. Let's like mail people dried, smashed up cookies.
Did I do good? Here's your
Yeah.
cookie. It's just like I mold on it.
Yeah.
I hope you're happy.
Yeah. With like a customs agent like delivering it. Open it up. What the hell is that? Either eat it or come to jail.
We're delivering pot cookies.
But honestly though, it is with the primitive sticks and stones you're working with the Myers-Briggs and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I also think about it too. Like if I was him, what would I type myself as? And like
Oh, right.
ISTP, like that TI,
Your TI is so
the
strong.
TI and the consume and the introverted energy. So like he's not way off.
Plus, any is
You know?
hard to see
I know
what
he's
it's doing.
he's not way off at all.
No.
So I thought it was pretty good.
And he got blast last.
As well as I think ISTPs would be good people to continue
watch.
to
Yeah,
model.
I agree. So there you go. There's some ISTPs.
Yeah, that's half a cookie for that.
Damn it.
Or a full cookie, and I'll take one bite out of
Yeah,
it.
there you go. That's a selfish cookie.
Yeah,
With my drool all over it. And then peanut butter smeared on there
Yeah,
because I didn't finish
a
my
peanut butter cookie. I'll just send him an empty envelope like, I ate your damn cookie. It was peanut butter.
Oh my God. So really good.
Yeah.
Great getting to know you. And, send us your address and we'll send you nothing.
Yeah.
Talk to you soon.
See you later, man.
Bye.
All right. See ya.